Hello guys, today we're going to be playing the Stanley Parable. I think it's 28. Okay. Oh, come on. Come on. Can I just say something? Before we get started, can I just say something? Thank you for actually setting the clock both times you've booted up the game. That's weird. I haven't booted up before. A lot of people don't take that step seriously. They just leave the clock at 12 o'clock and call it a day. But you're actually taking the time to set the clock, and I appreciate that. Aw, thank you, game. That's how I know you care about this experience or paying attention. Thank you. Don't even know of any ways if the times you're setting are correct. I'll make you a deal. Okay, what's your deal? Next time, boot up the game and see the stream, just set it to your favorite time. Will do. Even if it's not the correct time. Okay, thank you. Please let us get back. Okay, as I was saying, it's time to play the Stanley Parable.
This is the story of a man named Stanley.
Okay.
Stanley worked for a company in a big building where he was employee number 427.
There's
Employee
427.
number 427's
That's
job
quite a lot
was
of people.
simple. He sat at his desk in room 427 and he pushed buttons on a keyboard. Orders came to him through a monitor on his desk, telling him what buttons to push, how long to push them, and in what order. This is what employee 427 did every day of every month of every year.
Sounds
And
like an easy
although
job.
others might have considered it soul-rending, Stanley relished every moment that the orders came in, as though he had been made exactly for this job. And Stanley was
Seems like
happy.
it is. Oh, he's happy. Yay.
And then
Kinda
one
looked like
day,
he was in the
something
middle
very
of a void.
peculiar happened. Something
Oh,
that
boy.
would forever change Stanley.
Here
Something
we go.
he would never quite forget. He had been at his desk for nearly an hour when he realized that not one single order had arrived on the monitor for him to follow. No one had showed up
Stanley.
to give him instructions,
What are you gonna do?
call a meeting,
What
or
are you gonna
even
do,
say
Stanley?
hi. Never in all his years at the company had this happened. This complete isolation. Something
God,
was very
Stanley.
clearly wrong.
Stanley's becoming
Shocked,
hikikomori.
frozen solid, Stanley found himself unable to move for the longest time. But as he came to his wits and regained his senses, he got up from his desk and stepped out of his office.
Looks like a big area.
All of his co-workers were gone. What could it mean? Stanley decided to go to the meeting room. Perhaps he had simply missed a memo. No matter how hard
jump?
Stanley looked, he couldn't find a trace of his co-workers.
Ah, we can't jump. It's kind of creepy. Can we open
Stanley
these
went
doors?
around touching every little thing in the office, but it didn't
looks
make a
like the
single
narrator's
difference.
mad.
Nor did it advance the story in any way.
Okay, jeez, I'll go. I hate Mondays. That is relatable. That is relatable. Mondays are the worst. Can I get in there?
When Stanley came to a set of 2 open doors, he entered the door on his left.
Do I have to? Nope. Go on the right.
This was not the correct way to the meeting room, and Stanley knew it perfectly well. Perhaps he wanted to stop by the employee lounge first, just to admire it. Ah, yes, truly a room worth admiring. It had really been worth the detour after all, just to spend a few moments here in this immaculate... But eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
Psych.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, it's incredible he wasn't fired years ago.
Stanley was so bad at following directions, he was fired. It's hilarious.
Look, Stanley, I think perhaps we've gotten off on the wrong foot here. I'm not your enemy, really, I'm not. I realize that investing your trust in someone else can be difficult, but the fact is that the story has been about nothing but you all this time. There's
Hey, what do you
someone
think happens
you've
if
been
we jump
neglecting,
off?
Stanley. But in his eagerness to
Oh.
prove that he is in control of the story and no one gets to tell him what to do,
Oh my God.
Stanley leapt from the platform and plunged to his death. Good job, Stanley. Everyone thinks you are very powerful.
Okay. That was...
All of his co-workers were gone.
God.
Eager to get back to business, Stanley took the first open door on his left.
I'll do it, he says.
And so he detoured through the maintenance section, walked straight ahead to the opposite door, and got back on track. Yet there was not a single person here either. Feeling a wave of disbelief, Stanley decided to go up
There's
to his
nobody
boss's
here.
office, hoping he might find an answer there.
Do not alter without consulting whiteboard manager. Oh, there's a smiley face. Rip friends. Who's friends? It's weird. I mean, where's Stanley? Number of slides on the slide. Slides, charts, and slides, charts. That's genius. Rates at which charts on the same slide depict the same information. This is confusing. Rate of increase of graph per slide? What? Please, no more charts, please, I'm begging, stop. What? Oh, broom closet.
Stanley stepped into the broom closet, but there was nothing here, so he
Give me
turned
the
around
broom.
and got back on track.
I wanna,
There was nothing
sweep
here.
the office and
No
get a
choice to
raise.
make, no path to follow, just an empty broom closet. Coming to a staircase, Stanley walked upstairs to his boss's office.
Now, what's downstairs? I don't know. Oh shoot, that's creepy.
But Stanley just couldn't do it. He considered the possibility of facing his boss, admitting he had left his post during work hours.
Oh, God.
He might be fired for that. And in such a competitive economy, why had he taken that risk? All because he believed everyone had vanished? His boss would think he was crazy.
Is
And
this
then something
endless?
occurred to Stanley. Maybe, he thought to himself, maybe I am
endless.
crazy. All of my co-workers blinking mysteriously out of existence in a single moment for no reason at all. None of it made any logical sense.
God.
And as Stanley
I think
pondered
this
this,
is a
he
loop.
began to make other strange observations. For example,
God.
why couldn't he see his feet when he looked down? Why
Oh,
did
God,
doors
he's right.
close automatically behind him wherever he went? And for that matter, these rooms
He's
were starting
right.
to look pretty familiar. Were they simply
God.
repeating? No, Stanley said to himself, this is all too strange. This can't be real.
What?
And at last,
Wait,
he
I'm
came to the
sorry. This is
conclusion that had
scaring
been
me.
on the tip of his tongue.
What is this?
He just
This is
hadn't
scary.
found the words for it. I'm dreaming! He yelled.
Oh, thank God.
This is all a dream. Oh, what a relief Stanley felt to have finally found an answer, an explanation.
It feels like I'm going
His
insane.
co-workers weren't actually gone. He wasn't going to lose his job. He wasn't crazy after all. And he thought to himself, I suppose I'll wake up soon. I'll have to go back to my boring real-life job pushing buttons. I may as well enjoy this while I'm still lucid. So,
Oh,
he
God.
imagined himself flying and began to gently float above the ground.
Wait, no, stop.
Then
What?
he imagined
So-
himself soaring through space on a
God.
magical starfield, and it too appeared. It was so much
gosh.
fun, and Stanley marveled that he had still not woken up. How was he
gosh.
remaining so lucid? And then
Something
perhaps
bad's
the
gonna
strangest
happen.
question of them all entered Stanley's head. One he was amazed he hadn't asked himself sooner.
What are
Why
those
is there a
noises?
voice in my head dictating everything that I'm doing and thinking? Now the voice was describing itself being considered by Stanley, who found it particularly strange.
Wait,
I'm
wait, my
dreaming
brain
about a
cells.
voice describing me, thinking about how it's describing my thoughts, he thought. And while
What?
he thought it all very odd,
Wait,
and
my-
wondered if this voice spoke to all
My little
people in their
brain
dreams,
cells are
the truth was
struggling
that,
to
of course,
comprehend
This
this.
was not a dream. How could it be? Was
is
Stanley
not a
simply
dream?
deceiving himself? Believing that if
What?
he's asleep, he doesn't have to take responsibility for himself?
This is scary.
Stanley is as awake right now as he's ever been in his life.
Oh, God.
Now, hearing the
Oh,
voice
God.
speak these words was quite a shock
Oh,
to Stanley.
God. Oh,
After
God,
all,
we're
he knew
insane.
for certain
Oh,
beyond a
God,
doubt
I'm insane.
that this was in fact a dream. Did the voice not see him float and make the magical stars just a
Oh
moment
God, oh
ago?
God, oh
How
God,
else
oh
would the
God, I'm
voice
insane.
explain
This
all
is
that?
insane.
This
This is
voice was a
insane.
part of himself
I'm
too.
going
Surely,
insane.
surely, if he could just...
Oh God, we're going insane.
He would prove it. He would prove that he was in control, that this was
This
a dream.
doesn't feel good.
So
This is
he closed his
repeating.
eyes gently, and he invited himself to wake up. He
God,
felt the
Stanley,
cool
wake
weight
up.
of the blanket on his skin,
Oh,
the
thank
press
God.
of the mattress on his back,
Thank
the
God.
fresh air of a world outside this one.
Oh God.
Let me wake up, he thought
Thank
to himself.
God.
I'm through with this dream. I wish it to be over.
That's right, Stanley.
Let me go
Just
back
calm
to my
down.
job. Let me continue pushing the buttons. Please. It's all I want.
Yes.
I want my apartment, and my wife, and my job.
Okay, I didn't
All
know we
I
were
want
married.
is my life exactly the way it's always been.
Okay, good point.
My life is normal. I am normal. Everything will be fine.
That sounds really repressive.
I
That does
am
not sound very
okay.
good. Stanley, that sounds like you have anxiety issues. Oh God.
Stanley began screaming. Please,
Oh,
someone
shit.
wake me up. My name is Stanley. I have a boss. I have an office. I am real. Please,
I'm
just
real, oh
someone
God.
tell me I am
Oh God, the
real.
screen's
I
red.
must be real. I must
Oh
be.
God.
Can anyone
Oh
hear my
God.
voice?
Oh God. Who am I? Oh God, I'm insane. We're insane. Oh.
Black.
Oh God. Oh no. We're dead. We went into a coma.
This is the
We had
story
shock.
of a woman named Mariella.
Oh.
Mariella
Okay.
woke up on a day like any other. She arose, got dressed, gathered her belongings, and walked to her place
Oh!
of work.
Is
But
that
on this
us?
particular day, her walk was interrupted by the body of a man who had stumbled through town
God.
talking and screaming to himself, and then collapsed dead on the sidewalk. And although
What?
she would soon turn to go call for an ambulance, for just a few brief moments, she considered the strange man. He was obviously crazy. This much she knew.
What?
Everyone knows
No.
what crazy people look like.
What?
And in
We
that
went
moment,
insane.
she thought to herself how lucky she was to be normal. I am sane. I am in control of my mind.
That's
I
what
know
we all
what is
think,
real
though.
and what isn't.
What if we're
It was
not
comforting
real?
to think this.
What
And
if
in a
this is
certain
all
way,
a
seeing
lie?
this man made her
What if
feel
this is
better.
fake?
But then she remembered the meeting she had scheduled for that day.
Oh,
the
God.
very important people whose impressions of her would affect her career.
That's
and by
literally
extension,
control.
the rest of her life. She had no
See?
time for this. So it was only a moment that she stood there, staring down at the body. And then she
We're
turned and ran.
dead. Oh God. That's terrifying.
Coming
Okay,
to a
let's go
staircase,
up to his
Stanley
boss
walked
office.
upstairs to his boss's office.
Let's go up. Executive bathroom. Oh God. Because the boss knows that what the boss says goes. If the boss has suffered losses, then that's what the bosses chose. That sounds like a cult, like a chant. Can I do anything here? Okay, that's really creepy. Okay. This is really fancy. It looks like a mystery book, the beige pages. Looks good. What's here? Kung Fu Panda? Oh, business strategy. Shoot the pandas. That doesn't seem very good. Oh. Where are we going? Let's go up. Yeah, we got the music. Ooh, let's go. Got that lobby music. How long is this gonna take? Okay, we're here. Why does this look ransacked? Is this the exact same room? Were we just in there for the music?
Stepping into his manager's office,
That's weird.
Stanley was once again stunned to discover not an indication of any human life. Shocked,
This is an office?
unraveled, Stanley wondered in disbelief
like
who orchestrated this. What dark
some guy
secret
who
was being held
owned
from
like
him? What he could not have known was that the keypad behind the
dictator.
boss's desk
Something.
guarded the terrible truth that his boss had been keeping from him. And so the boss had
God.
assigned it an extra secret PIN number. 2845. But of course, Stanley couldn't possibly have known this.
Crazy. 2845. I don't know that. 2845. Let's see if we do something else. 2854.
Stanley just sat around twiddling his thumbs. Trying to input anything on the device was useless, since he could never possibly know that the combination was 2845.
Oh, let's make him mad for messing up.
2845.
He's gonna get so mad. Okay, we'll do it. 2845. There.
Yet incredibly, by simply pushing random buttons on the keypad, Stanley happened to input the correct code by sheer luck. Amazing.
Wow.
He stepped into the newly opened passageway.
Oh, this is creepy. Whoa. I wonder what this hides.
Descending deeper into the building, Stanley realized he felt a bit peculiar. It was a stirring of emotion in his chest, as though he felt more free to think for himself, to question the nature of his job. Why did he feel this now, when for years it had never occurred to him? This
That's a good
question would
question.
not go unanswered for long.
Oh, God. What is it? What? Why? What's going on?
Stanley walked straight ahead through the large
Wow.
door that read Mind Control Facility.
Mind control facility? Should we escape? I'm gonna escape.
Although this
escape.
passageway had the word escape written on it, the truth was that at the end of this hall, Stanley would meet his violent death.
I'm not afraid of that. I'm not afraid of
The
it.
door behind him was not shut. Stanley still had every opportunity to turn around and get back on track.
I'm not afraid of death.
At this point, Stanley was making a conscious, concerted
Bring it to
effort
me.
to walk forward and willingly confront his death.
That's right. I'm not scared of it anymore. I'm ready to face it. My time has come.
As the machine whirred into motion
okay.
and Stanley was inched closer and closer to his demise, he reflected that his life had been of no consequence whatsoever. Stanley can't
Hey, can I
see the
escape
bigger
right there?
picture. He doesn't know the real story, trapped forever in his narrow vision of what this world is. Perhaps his
That's
death
kinda
was of
sad.
no great loss, like plucking the eyeballs from a blind man.
What?
And
Perhaps
so
my
he
death was
resigned
of no
and willingly
great-
accepted this violent end to his brief
Yep.
and shallow life.
Oh, God.
Farewell, Stanley.
Farewell, Stanley. You're so mean. Okay, I'm hiding. Oh, God, please. Please, no, please. Hey, I'm alive.
Farewell, Stanley, cried the narrator, as Stanley was
Yo.
led helplessly into the enormous metal jaws. In a
got
single
some new
visceral
narrator.
instant, Stanley was obliterated as the machine crushed every bone in his body, killing him
No.
instantly.
Oh, I'm alive. Hey, I'm alive. Wow.
And yet it would be just a few minutes before Stanley would restart the game, back in his office, as alive as ever. What exactly did the narrator think he was going to accomplish when every path you can walk has been created for you long in advance? Death becomes meaningless, making life the same. Do you see now?
Good point.
Do you see that Stanley was already dead from the moment he hit start?
What, really? From the moment his life began, he was dead? The end is never the end. So true. Okay, guys, this is where I'm going to wrap it up for now. I'll see you guys in the next video.